Today I want to talk about early crypto culture, the cypherpunks and the Cypherpunk Manifesto, and how those ultimately influenced and led to the creation of what we know today as Bitcoin, the bits. In late 92, three individuals, Eric Hughes, a mathematician from University of Cal, Berkeley, Tim May, a retired businessman from Intel, and John Gilmore, Sun Microsystem's fifth employee, invited 20 of their closest friends to an informal meeting to discuss some of the world's seemingly most vexing programming and crypto issues, according to the medium.com article that I'm reading to you, which is linked down below. The initial meeting eventually evolved into a meeting held at John Gilmore's company, Cygnus Solutions. At one of the first meetings, June Milhan, a hacker and author better known by her pseudonym St. Jude, described the group as the Cypherpunks, a play on the word cipher with an I or cipher with a Y, one of the ways to perform encryption and decryption, and a play on the word cyberpunk, a genre of fiction made popular by sci-fi writers. As the group grew, it was decided that setting up a mailing list would allow them to reach other cypherpunks outside the Bay Area. The mailing list grew in popularity quickly and included hundreds of subscribers who were exchanging ideas, discussing developments, proposing and testing ciphers on a daily basis. These exchanges took place through the use of novel, at the time, encryption methods such as PGP to ensure complete privacy. As a result, ideas were shared freely. This privacy and freedom resulted in free-flowing discussions on wide-ranging topics, from technical ideas such as mathematics, cryptography, and computer science to political and philosophical debates. Although there was never complete agreement on any one thing, this was an open forum where personal privacy and personal liberty were ultimately placed above all other considerations. The basic ideas behind this movement can be found in the Cypherpunk Manifesto, written by Eric Hughes in 1993. The key principle which underpins this manifesto is the importance of privacy. One can see this and other principles discussed in this manifesto being used to build the ideas that support some of the largest cryptos today. So I want to read to you this manifesto here by Eric Hughes. Privacy is necessary for an open society in the electronic age. Privacy is not secrecy. A private matter is something one doesn't want the whole world to know, but a secret matter is something one doesn't want anybody to know. Privacy is the power to selectively reveal oneself to the world. If two parties have some sort of dealings, then each has a memory of their interaction. Each party can speak about their own memory of this. How could anyone prevent it? One could pass laws against it, but the freedom of speech, even more than privacy, is fundamental to an open society. We seek not to restrict any speech at all. If many parties speak together in the same forum, each can speak to all the others and aggregate together knowledge about individuals and other parties. The power of electronic communications has enabled such group speech, and it will not go away merely because we might want it to. Since we desire privacy, we must ensure that each party to its transactions have knowledge only of that which is directly necessary for that transaction. Since any information can be spoken of, we must ensure that we reveal as little as possible. In most cases, personal identity is not salient. When I purchase a magazine at a store and hand in the cash to the clerk, there's no need to know who I am. When I ask my electronic mail provider, my email provider, to send and receive messages, my provider doesn't need to know who I am or who I'm speaking to or what I'm saying or what others are saying to me. My provider only needs to know how to get the message there and how much I owe them in fees. When my identity is revealed by the underlying mechanism of the transaction, I have no privacy. I cannot here selectively reveal myself. I must always reveal myself. Therefore, privacy in an open society requires anonymous transaction systems. Until now, cash has been the primary such system. An anonymous transaction system is not a secret transaction system. An anonymous system empowers individuals to reveal their identity when desired, and only when desired. This is the essence of privacy. Privacy in an open society also requires cryptography. If I say something, I want it heard only by those for whom I intended it. If the content of my speech is available to the world, I have no privacy. To encrypt is to indicate the desire for privacy. And to encrypt the weak cryptography is to indicate not too much desire for privacy. And to encrypt with weak cryptography is to indicate not too much desire for privacy. Furthermore, to reveal one's identity with assurance when the default is anonymity requires the cryptographic signature. The cryptographic signature. We cannot expect governments, corporations, or other large faceless organizations to grant us privacy out of their benefice. It is also to their advantage to speak of us, and we should expect that they will speak. To try to prevent their speech is to fight against the realities of information. Information does not just want to be free, it longs to be free. Information expands to fill the available storage space. Information is rumor's younger, stronger cousin. Information is fleeter of foot, has more eyes, knows more, and understands less than rumor. We must defend our own privacy if we expect to have any. We must come together and create systems which allow anonymous transactions to take place. People have been defending their own privacy for centuries with whispers, darkness, envelopes, closed doors, secret handshakes, and couriers. The technology of the past did not allow for strong privacy, but electronic tech does. We, the cypherpunks, are dedicated to building anonymous systems. We are defending our privacy with cryptography, with anonymous mail forwarding systems, with digital signature, and with electronic money. Cypherpunks write code. We know that someone has to write software to defend privacy, and so since we can't get privacy unless we do, we're going to write it. We publish our code so that our fellow cypherpunks may practice and play with it. Our code is free for all to use worldwide. We don't much care if you don't approve of the software we write. We know that software can't be destroyed and that widely dispersed system can't be shut down. Cypherpunks deplore regulations on cryptography, for encryption is fundamentally a private act. The act of encryption, in fact, removes information from the public realm. Even laws against cryptography reach only so far as a nation's border and the arm of its violence. Cryptography will ineluctably spread all over the globe, and with it, the anonymous transaction systems that make it possible. For privacy to be widespread, it must be part of the social contract. People must come together, deploy these systems for the common good. Privacy only extends so far as the cooperation of one's fellows in society. We, the cypherpunks, see your questions and your concerns and hope we may engage you so that you do not deceive ourselves. We will not, however, be moved out of our own course because some may disagree with our goals. The cypherpunks are actively engaged in making the network safer for privacy. Let us proceed together apace. Onward. Eric Hughes on March 9th, 1993. Guys, these are some of the ideas behind the bits. And I want to stress to you guys how important privacy is, guys. Make sure you secure the private bags out there. Shout out to the cypherpunks out there. And shout out to all the crypto maniac boomers worldwide. Champagne Crypto, the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Thanks for tuning in.